The green was right there, the 18, and on the other side it was the 18 of the yellow.
Every time Yves Jackson Néron comes to Maisonneuve Park, it takes him back more than 50 years.
They don't know that it was a golf. They say, oh, it's nice, but it was nicer with a golf course. Oh, look at that, hey!
In the 60s and 70s, when this park was a championship golf course, Jackson worked here as a starter. And this was his old office.
You want to play golf? It's only $4. Yeah, because it was in 1960.
And according to Jackson, many people did want to play. It was first come, first served back then. Jackson says many golfers would line up overnight to get a tee time, sometimes coming directly from the city's bars after closing time to reserve their place in line.
When I arrived at 6 o'clock in the morning, I had two big lines here to the parking. Really? At 6 o'clock in the morning.
Jackson, now 81 years old, says a day doesn't go by that he doesn't think about how this course was lost.
Are you still upset about it?
Sure, because look, it was our life.
From above, you can see the old fairways clearly. But 50 years after it closed, on the ground, few people know it was ever a golf course or the story behind how this family park came to be.
What do you know about the history of this park?
I don't know.
I know that the name is about someone, but I don't know anything else.
I guess it's with the stadium and all of that, but I don't know much. No.
By 1920, Montreal had divided Maisonneuve Park into 5 sections. 165 acres would become the Botanical Gardens, and a little more than 262 acres were set aside for a municipal golf course. In August 1923, Mayor Médéric Martin inaugurated the first 9 holes of the course. It grew to 18 in 1926. Almost 40 years later, ahead of Expo 67, golf pro Damien Gauthier was tasked by Mayor Jean Drapeau to modernize the course.
Ça va être un bon test de golf.
Into a 36-hole championship layout that would be up to par with the best courses in the world. 14 of the new holes were to be built on the other side of Viau Street. Golfers accessed them through a tunnel you can still see today.
Look at that. Here we are. This is the tunnel to go on Viau on the other side. Yeah. After 2 holes, we go on the other side. 14 holes. You got some nice hole on the other side.
The upgrades included irrigation and replacing the clubhouse. The new building still operates as the park's welcome center. And what followed was the course's heyday. In 1967, it welcomed the best players in the world, like Jack Nicklaus and Arnold Palmer for the Canadian Open. This marked the first time the Open was played on a municipal course and was won dramatically by Billy Casper in a playoff.
Et ça y est, Billy Casper avec...
In 1973, the Montreal Municipal hosted the first ever LPGA tournament held outside the U.S. It was called La Canadienne at the time. Today, the tournament is recognized as the first Canadian Women's Open.
The crowds were monstrous. They were large. And we did not have the volunteers. We did not know about crowd control back then. And nor did we think we would have that many people. It was overwhelming.
Not only was it well attended, it had an ending fit for Hollywood, as Quebec's own Jocelyn Bourassa was the surprise winner in a dramatic playoff.
I think they should put up a plaque honoring Jocelyn Bourassa's win there and Billy Casper's, and to just say that, you know, because this is very historical.
So then how did a course that was loved by local players and hosted the game's best fade into history and become a park?
Montreal, 41 votes. Moscow, 28 votes, and 1 blank vote.
Well, to understand that, first we need to understand a little more about Montreal's mayor at the time, Jean Drapeau.
Drapeau really ran things. He saw himself as a monarch. He saw himself as King Drapeau. He was a benevolent king, and if you didn't like it, every 4 years you could depose the king. If you didn't depose him, he had 4 more years to do whatever he wanted.
Actuellement, cette question est à l'étude.
After initially supporting the course and investing public money in it to expand it ahead of Expo 67, Jean Drapeau's attention turned towards hosting the 1976 Olympics. And as his plans for the Olympic installations came together, the golf course went from being an asset to an obstacle.
The kind of things he built for Montreal, nobody has built since. We haven't had one really major world-class event I can think of since he left. We haven't had one major world-class disaster since he left either. Okay, but that's the mixed blessing of Jean Drapeau. He went big and he went crazy.
Drapeau wanted the land to build the athletes' village for the 1976 Games. Few were bold enough to challenge the mayor publicly at the time, but the golf course and the preservation of its trees became a red line for his opponents. Even some members of his own party pushed back, joining opposition councillors collecting 22,000 signatures on a petition to save it. Provincially, Minister of the Environment and Municipal Affairs Victor Goldbloom boldly opposed the mayor's plan. Eventually, the Premier, Robert Bourassa, brokered a compromise. Drapeau would get a corner of the golf course east of Viau Street to build his Côte d'Azur-inspired pyramid building for the athletes that he wanted. The golf course, meanwhile, was entirely closed after the 1975 season, but its supporters remained hopeful that after the Olympics, some of the course would reopen.
With some people here, we went to the City Hall and with Pancarte, and we did a lot of things like that. Really? To say we're not happy what's happened, but Mr. Drapeau, he had that in his mind.
But despite the backlash, Drapeau had another idea, turning the grounds into a family park. And the mayor, once again, got his way.
You didn't want to be on the wrong side of an issue with Jean Drapeau. I wouldn't want it to have been a golf course that Jean Drapeau wanted to get rid of back then, because I would have known I was doomed. Okay? You couldn't win against that man. You couldn't win.
This, however, left Montreal without a municipal golf course.
The facilities may not be luxurious and the greens need a bit of water, but at least Montreal golfers now have a golf course they can call their own.
Until 1977, when the Drapeau administration opened a 9-hole par 3 course next to the newly repurposed Maisonneuve Family Park. The course remains operational to this day.
This is the only hole that remains from the 36-hole golf course that was closed 50 years ago. So when you hit a shot here, it's like hitting a shot into history.
But as Jim Stewart pointed out in his 1977 column in the Montreal Gazette, par 3 golf is to real golf as table hockey is to Hockey Night in Canada. He called this course Drapeau's attempt to hold the loyalty of the city's sporting crowd with a pitch and putt gesture.
You can feel it, look. It's beautiful. Yeah. It's beautiful.
Meanwhile, back at what is now a park, there is little to indicate that this was once the site of sporting triumphs and 53 years of municipal golf.
No, a lot of people didn't know it's a golf course here. It was a golf course here.
They don't know that.
No, they know because when they know me, I told them. I said, you missed something very interesting on the other side. Oh, it was something like I told you, it's unbelievable.
A history, Jackson says, ought to be remembered.